Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get started, the bride and groom have said that one of the greatest gifts that you can all give them this afternoon is to be truly present. So we ask that you please turn off and put away all cell phones, cameras, and side conversations until they have exited the ceremony. Let's all enjoy their special moment together while the professional photographers take pictures of the bride and groom that they promise to share later. Thank you. Please stand. Who gives this woman to this man in marriage?
Her mother and I.
You may all be seated. We are gathered here today to celebrate one of life's greatest moments, the joining of two hearts. In this ceremony today, we will witness the joining of Tara and Tony in marriage. You all were invited here to share this moment with Tara and Tony because you are the people who mean the most to them. The understanding and mutual respect that they bring to their lives together had its roots in the love, the friendship, and the guidance that you have all given them. You are their community, and there is nothing more valuable in this life than community. This is a rare opportunity in our lives that each of us, family and friends, will be together as one with Tara and Tony. A marriage needs that community to stand by the couple during the hard times and the happy times. And each of you today will witness the words that they will speak and the vows that they will make to one another. And so I have a question for all of you. Will you, Tara and Tony's friends and family, Do all that is within your power to support the union that they make today and nurture the bond between these two people? If so, answer, we will. Now, Nick Nichols, who is a representative of their community, will join us for a reading of 1 Corinthians.
From 1 Corinthians chapter 13, starting in verse 4. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails.
For Tara and Tony, out of the routine of ordinary life, well, actually an ordinary turkey trot run, the extraordinary has happened. They met each other, fell in love, and are finalizing it with their wedding today. Now, before I go any further, I want to make it clear that I have solved the mystery, and I know who Anthony is. Apparently, it's this guy, but he was probably so busy teaching us all that we'd never forget his name because of the Tony, that we all never knew the Anthony. Ain't not Tony?
Yeah.
I became aware of Tony before I met him. How? Because on Facebook, I would see all these pictures of people doing the Tony Carver squat. Okay. No one could ever really explain it to me, but except that it was a thing. But I think the thing that Tony may be even better known for now is the Tony Carver hugs that I'm sure that we've all been the recipients of. I got to know Tara through walks together where we discussed true tales of the ER, like literally true tales of the ER from the show and from her own experiences. And let's just say that I'll never look at kitchen appliances exactly the same way. Pre-pandemic, we used to do a regular Sunday morning run from Evergreen, followed by yoga. And one Sunday, I noticed them leaving together, and I thought, what's up with that? And apparently, that was shortly after their first date with Mike Percherky. Yes, I understand that they made googly eyes at each other during the annual turkey trot and then made plans for a date, but since Tara had already committed to walking with Mike, who was recovering from knee surgery, Tony had no choice but to go along. And I think you've had very little choice but to go along since then, am I right? Yeah. And Mike, you obviously weren't a very good chaperone because I understand that they snuck a smooch in while you weren't looking. But since then, we've all come to know them as Tara and Tony, or as Nick Nichols calls them, T&T. And it doesn't make sense to see one of them without the other, whether they're at a run, gone fishing, or headed to a concert. Nick said he would also like them to star in their own reality TV series, because then we'd all get to see which version of the story, Tara's or Tony's, is the correct one. But I know I share the joy with all of you to see them pledging themselves to each other today, because Tony and Tara, as I talked with your bridesmaids and groomsmen, the one thing that everyone said is how obvious the love that you have for each other is, whether you're together or just talking about each other. And Tara, if you remember nothing else about today, remember that Tony Carver loves you.
It's true.
Romance is fun, but true love is something far more, and it is their desire to love each other for life, and that is what we are celebrating here today. A good marriage must be created. In marriage, the little things are the big things. It's never being too old to hold hands. It's remembering to say I love you at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is standing together and facing the world. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. And it is not only marrying the right person, it is being the right partner. Tony and Tara, and I know they've been waiting to do this, I'll ask you to take each other's hands. for your vows. From this day forward, will you love, challenge, and support one another for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and health forever? If so, answer, I will.
I will.
Will you be mindful and patient and forgive each other with grace? If so, answer, I will.
I will.
Do you promise to care for people more than possessions, for honor more than honors, for the dimensions of a home rather than the details of a house? If so, answer, I do.
I do.
Do you promise to be best friends and life partners forever, sharing each other's ideas and ideals? If so, answer, I do.
I do.
Repeat after me. I place my hand in your hand.
I place my hand in your hand.
I place my heart in your heart.
I place my heart in your heart.
I promise to laugh and cry with you
I promise to laugh and to cry with you
through all of life's ups and downs,
through all of life's ups and downs,
and always strive to be the best partner I can be.
and always strive to be the best partner I can be.
Tara and Tony, I would ask that you always treat yourself and each other with respect and remind yourselves often of what brought you together today. Give the highest priority to the tenderness, gentleness, and kindness that your marriage deserves. When frustrations and difficulties come into your marriage, as they do to every relationship at one time or another, focus on what still seems right between you, not just on the part that seems wrong at that moment. This way, when clouds of trouble hide the sun in your lives and you lose sight of it for a moment, you can remember that the sun is still there. And if each of you will take responsibility for the quality of your life together, it will be marked by abundance and happiness. Tony, do you take Tara to be your wife?
I do.
Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect her, forsaking all others and holding only unto her forevermore?
I do.
Tara, do you take Tony to be your husband?
I do.
Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him, forsaking all others and holding only onto him forevermore?
I do.
The ring is a symbol of the unbroken circle of love. Love freely given has no beginning and no end, no giver and no receiver. For each is the giver and each is the receiver. May these rings always remind you of the vows you have taken. Tony, repeat after me. I, Tony, take thee, Tara, to be my wife,
I, Tony, take thee, Tara, to be my wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer or for poor,
in joy and sorrow,
in joy and sorrow.
and I promise my love to you.
And I promise my love to you.
And with this ring,
And with this ring,
I take you as my wife,
I take you as my wife,
for as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live. Get on there.
Got one more. All right.
Good.
All right, we're good.
Yeah,
Yep. Okay.
Looks good. Yeah. All right.
Tara, repeat after me. I, Tara, take thee, Tony, to be
I-
my husband,
I, Tara, take thee, Tony, to be my husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer or for poorer,
in joy and sorrow,
in joy and sorrow,
and I promise my love to you.
and I promise my love to you.
And with this ring,
And with this ring,
I take you as my husband,
I take you as my husband,
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.
To make your relationship work will take love. This is the core of your marriage and why you are here today. It will take trust to know that in your hearts you truly want what is best for each other. It will take dedication to stay open to one another and to learn and grow together. It will take faith to go forward together without knowing exactly what the future brings. And it will take commitment to hold true to the journey you both have pledged to today. We will now have Tori, the bride's sister, lead us in a prayer for the couple.
Let us pray. Most gracious God, we thank you for consecrating the union of Tara and Tony. In your name, pour out the abundance of your blessing upon them. Lead them into all peace. Let their love for each other be a seal upon their hearts. Bless them in their work and in their companionship, in their sleeping and their waking, in their joys and in their sorrows, in life and in their marriage. Amen.
By the power vested in me by the American Marriage Ministries, the River Runners, Miller High Life Partnership with the Universalist Church, and especially the Harrisburg Beer Runners, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce the very happy couple, Mr. and Mrs. Tony Carver. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm asked to remind you that if you are going to the reception, it does start at 5 p.m. at the Hershey Italian Lodge. There is also a concert in Hershey that starts at 6:30, so you may just want to be conscious of any additional traffic. And the other thing that the bride and groom have asked is that the chairs need to be put away before the reception starts. So if you are willing and able to help take down your chair, we have Sean, who's around here somewhere, who's going to be directing. Sean's over here going to be directing. And with that, it's a day. Thank you, everybody.